Ain't no way. Yo, what the fuck?
Alright, so here's the thing about the Elden Ring versus Ragnarok debate for Game of the Year. Elden Ring released February 25th of 2022, and God of War Ragnarok released November 9th of 2022. Less than a month before the Game of the Year awards. Less than a year later, people don't remember the insane hype that Elden had at release date. People that have never played a Soulsborne game got in on the hype train, and it really showed. On a sales perspective, Elden sold 12 million copies in a week, and Ragnarok sold 5 million. Not to mention the impact Elden had on the gaming world, shaking the ground across all of Twitch, peaking at 900,000 viewers and Ragnarok peaking at 477,000. Now, I'm not saying either game was more deserving than the other based on sales or views alone, because at the end of the day, video games are an art and people can perceive it however they want. But what I am saying is that the people saying Elden Ring didn't deserve it outright, then you are statistically wrong, and that is your emotionally charged opinion and not fact. I attribute this mentality to its current relevance. Like I said at the beginning, God of War Ragnarok came out less than a month before the Game of the Year awards, so people are so amped up by its loss because of its recency bias. Given this bias by these select people, that isn't to devalue Ragnarok at all. I would have been just as okay if it did win, because Ragnarok is a beautiful game that deserves so much credit. It won so many other deserving awards at the show, but people don't seem to really care about that. They only want to see the final big award get won, while simultaneously everyone, when losing the argument that shouldn't even be an argument, honestly, brings up the awards they won. Like, what is going on in y'all's head? Are you happy you got the awards that you did, or is it just a defense mechanism to protect your online ego facades? Okay, all right, okay, hold on. Obviously, I am generalizing. You can't responsibly say in a fan base everyone acts a certain way, but the belligerent chronically online diehards do act a certain way and need to relax, honestly. I think all of the Elden Ring comments in retaliation are just that, retaliation. I don't think it would have become this giant war if people couldn't just take a loss, shake their opponent's hand and say congrats on both sides. There's so many comments saying each game deserved it, and I think that's honestly what it should have just been, is people saying congrats, moving on. Now, after countless videos and reading through several comment sections, one comment did pop out for me, and it was this one. This is a very odd take. People are saying because of FromSoft's fan base that in the past have admittedly been less than desirable, Elden Ring doesn't deserve it. What? Since when did a game's quality sit on the back of how the fans acted in comment sections? Stretch Armstrong over here really thought he said something, but if you flip the argument, based on your logic, that means God of War Ragnarok didn't deserve it either. Some started trying to flip the script and say they weren't being toxic, and in fact, Elden fans were, when I damn well know either side would have celebrated just as much as the other. It isn't toxic to celebrate a win. It is toxic to start attacking a community because your team lost and now you can't be the one celebrating. Some people started throwing their tinfoil hats on, saying there's outside interference because accepting reality is outside of our programming. It's not a Pats game or a government election, boys. It's a gaming awards show. Let's take it easy. This guy gets it. So, if we couldn't tell, this isn't so much my opinion on who should have won, but more so a gaming community mental health realization for me. Gamers, especially the comment section degenerates, please get help. I do say good on you to the respectful, sane people out there. The little that there is. I am happy to see you mentally well. This goes for both sides. I'm not going to put the wool over my eyes and say there are no toxic Elden Ring fans. We all know there is no community without a few bad eggs. The best we can do is what honestly most people did and just say congrats and move on. Being toxic to someone's toxic is just not how it works. I don't know how we sit here almost in 2023 and people still don't understand how internet trolls work, but just ignore it, man. Now, here's my opinion that I think would have solved this whole Game of the Year issue and potential issues for the future. The cutoff date for eligible games to be nominated for that year needs to be tighter. I think if the show happens in December, let's say, then no game released after October 1st should be considered for that year's nominations. And all releases after that point are for next year. We need more time to decide if a game is as good as we think it is, or if it's actually just okay, but we are hyped because of others' hype. Now, kind of diverging off here, but still on the same point, I played all the way through Stray. And if you asked me after I was done playing it, if it was game of the year, I would have probably said yes, because I was thinking nothing but silly cat game with an adorable story. But realistically, it was a good game, but not at all in the same competition as these titans. The point that I'm trying to make is that you need to give people time to digest what they just played and allow them to determine if it is truly something they feel passionate enough about, or if it is the recent hype or internet noise escalating their feelings. At the end of the day, this cycle will continue every year for the rest of eternity, people getting mad at a community because their game didn't win, and then forgetting about it less than a week later because the internet promotes this behavior on momentary emotional outbursts on certain topics until the next thing pops up and the hate crowd moves on. Alright, that's about all I have to say. Just a short rant, take it as you will. I know the community will never change, but at least we can continue to laugh at the people that do go absolutely mental about this kind of stuff. So anyone that made it to this point, thanks for bearing through my ramblings. I hope you have a good rest of your day.